Afternoon VC. All right. So since it seems that everyone in Arizona is retired now, including Sam, someone around here is going to have to take care of the meat, stick, and beer situation in the vinyl community. So I have volunteered. So the meat stick of choice today is the Volpe Snacks Roltini mozzarella and spicy cooked salami, and there's plenty of these to go around. And the beverage of choice today is the Birdsong Brewing Company Mexicali Stout, which I've showed before. This is the best beer brewed in this town. There's the Charlotte skyline on the bottom of the can there. This is a very tasty beverage. It's spicy and dark and stout. So that's what we're gonna partake in here during this video. This one is gonna be all over the joint. I got music, all different types. So there's a little bit of everything here for you. We'll start off with some CDs, because I did pick a few up. One that I had sold back in college. I got this the day it was released at one of the record stores in town in Fredonia, and got the original copy. And back then, $25 was a lot of money in the mid-90s. At least to me it was in college. So I sold it. I ended up selling it for 25 bucks because back then I think it probably cost me $7 or something, maybe. And that was Body Count. And this is the original with Cop Killer on it. So to get this back cost me about the same. But of course, Ice-T with a heavy ass band. Freaking classic stuff. This is for jamming in the vehicle. But that's an original of that. And then I did pick up Mark Lanigan's Straight Songs of Sorrow on CD, because a lot of Mark Lanigan stuff is impossible to find right now on vinyl due to his passing. But I wanted to put this one in the car also. What a legend we lost here. And this is not my favorite stuff musically from him. I don't know, just a different sound, but really good. I mean, just one of the most amazing songwriters that's ever lived. And you know, his vocals are very unique. That deep, kind of raspy vocal. But yeah, happy to have this for the vehicle. I think this came out 2020, just a couple years ago, on Heavenly and Pius, which Pius is out of Spain, I believe. Heavenly recording. But yeah, Straight Song of Sorrow. And I did get to see Mark Lanigan perform once with Queens of the Stone Age on the Songs for the Deaf tour in Raleigh, Disco Rodeo. The opening band's lead singer has also recently passed. That was one of the worst bands I'd ever seen. I can't even think of their name off the top of my head. Turbo Negro. Horrendously bad. Every song was "Sell your body to the night." I got erections. Every song was the same, and they dressed up like the Village People. It was horrendous. I accidentally headbutted a woman to the ground in the crowd because we were making fun of Turbo Negro. Like, I caught her right in the temple, and she went down like a sack of potatoes. And her boyfriend looked up at me all scared, and he just picked her up and got the hell out of there. I was like, oh hell, I'm getting ready to get in a fight. And I didn't mean it. It was just a total accident. That night was crazy. But Queens of the Stone Age was pretty good. I'd seen them play better. They didn't have Dave Grohl on drums for that tour. He was touring with Foo Fighters, so they had a Demas drummer. But Mark Lanigan was there, but he looked like a ghost on stage. He looked awful. He looked all of like 90 pounds. Like the heroin had really taken hold. But that was a long time ago. It's like maybe 2003. I want to say. I could be completely off on the year. It's been a long time, but it always impressed me how he lived for one through that time, and then did all the amazing albums with Mark Lanigan Band and all that after. I think he moved to Ireland and was pretty happy over there. Mark Lanigan, big loss. Screaming Trees was such a great band. Dust is one of my favorites. They played Screaming Trees played Fredonia when I was there in college too, at the campus center, which was just our place to go get a burger. Back in the day, so that was like 92 or something. Okay, moving on. I got a VCLT package from Stephen in Wales in the UK. This is much appreciated. This is absolutely fantastic. And I meant to spin these yesterday, but I ended up dealing with my phone being all screwed up in the afternoon, having to go to the AT&T store and get it sorted. Somebody hacked my apps and shit. So had to take care of that. But and then I had a gig last night I went to, so I will get these a good listen soon. But I definitely wanted to go ahead and show them and thank you for sending these. So it's all reggae, as you know, if you know Stephen. Psych in the Valleys is his channel. He's a big reggae guy. He sent me a few on here, so I got a couple 7-inches here. And then in here you've got he sent a postcard of Yabba You. It says from Pressure Sounds. Really cool. It says, "Hi Dave, I hope that you enjoy the records. I've stuck to UK issues in here. Hope you don't already got them. Wishing all the best from here in Wales. Cheers, Steve." And it says, "P.S. Sorry for the delay." No worries, man. This is absolutely awesome stuff. Let's see. The first 7-inch says, "Oh my, what a tune Death Trap is. Turn it up." And this is, so he's got notes with all the records here. Pull this out here. And this is Tommy McCook. I think wrote the song. It's from Prophets on Pressure Sounds, 7-inch. So it's got Death Trap on the A side, and King Tubby written song Living Style on the B side with a really cool cover for this. And the next 7-inch is David Ansel Collins Double Barrel. And this one he put on there as a classic. And so it's got version 1 and version 2. This is on Trojan Records, which is an interesting Trojan label. BNC Music UK copy of that from 1970. And then this one I was really stoked to get. This is from the Upsetters, Return of Django. So Lee Perry, Upsetters with an exclamation point on the note. And so the B-side is Dollar in the Teeth from 1969. That one I'm very stoked about. I've listened to that before online. That's dope stuff. And then I've got 3, I think these are all comps. Got Saxon Studio International. Saxon Sound System, hard to find, but the best example of the chat style. It says, listen to Tippa on this. Tippa Irie. He's like, how on earth do they do that? But here's this one. So I need to make sure I check out Tippa Irie on this one first. This is on Greensleeves UK label. Look at that. That's really freaking cool. So there's that. And there's Papa Levy's on here. Daddy Colonel. All kinds of people I don't know. Recorded live from '84 at the factory in London. Yeah, that's gonna be wild. And then I got Maccabee, Sign of the Times. And he says this is one of the best LPs on the Arawa label. Yeah. He's like, any record with a song about the fashion for wet look hair is essential in my book. So here's Maccabee, and here's the Arawa label. Very cool. Produced by Mad Professor. That's gonna have to be dope. Mad Professor's involved. And then last but not least, I got Jamaican DJ music, 1969 to 1973. Keep on coming through the door. And his note on this one says, brilliant, essential. Steve Barrow compiled up for Trojan. My friend would always play one of the tracks on this. Skinhead Classic, it says. So there's this one. And this one's on Trojan. So yeah, various artists keep on coming through the door. Got a bunch of different people on here. King Stitt, Sir Lord Comic, Dennis Al Capone, Prince Jazzbo. I know Prince Jazzbo's killer. Yeah. Very stoked to get these reggae records. Definitely gonna take me down some new corridors with that. Let's see, next up, got a few incoming here. Got Horace Tapscott, the Tapscott Sessions, Volume 5. So switching from reggae to solo piano. Of course, Horace Tapscott, the brilliant Los Angeles pianist. It's on Nimbus West Records, and this was only pressed once, so this is an original. There were volumes 1 through 7 put out on vinyl, 8 through 11 only on CD. I now have all 1 through 7 on vinyl. Took me a while to find a cheap copy of this one. But I waited until one came up cheap. So recorded in 1984, playing a Steinway piano. Just all these volumes are fantastic. What a player. Next, back to the vinyl community. Dom is Seeking a Thread up in Ithaca. His band put out their EP, and we had all got in on pre-order on this bad boy. And this is Material Objects, is the name of the group, and Content vs. Carrier is the EP. And yeah, 7 cuts, really good stuff. Some of the vocals from Dom remind me a little bit of Built to Spill, like on that track Air Excitement that opens the B-side. He actually played that track in his video, I believe, recently. But this is on Habit Forming Records, and a split release with Angry Mom, his shop he works at. And yeah, I dig the bass. The bass is really good. Like comes through really clean, really loud. Solid drummer. Yeah, and then Dom said he gets compared to Lee Ronaldo from Sonic Youth a bit with this, and I would agree with that. Definitely has that kind of sound. Some great rock. I dig it a lot. Great work, Dom. Looking forward to the next release. I know you're going to be recording that soon. All right. Next up, yeah, this is a big one. I found this down the road in a shop in Georgia, so don't ask me how they got a hold of this stuff, but yeah. Fela Anakapalapo Kuti and his Africa 70, Unknown Soldier. Yeah, Nigerian original. God, I can't remember the year. Maybe what, 1970 something. I can't remember what year. This plays. It's got some noise at the beginning of side 1 and side 2, right at the start, like for a few seconds, and then clean as a whistle. I can't believe it. And this is just fantastic cover art. One of my favorite Fela records. I've been looking for this one for quite a long time. And this is in great condition. Usually these are just completely beat all to hell. Yeah, I spun this already when it came in earlier in the week. Yeah, this is going to go in my DJ set. Talked to Luke Tip Top last night at a gig, and so hopefully I'll be spinning at some point once I get a set list together on a Monday night in the premium sound part of Tip Top Daily Market here in Charlotte. This will be definitely going on the table. I'll probably spin the entire B side. The A side's all instrumental, and then the B side is pretty much the same groove, but yeah, Fela's vocals come in on the B side. I play some saxophone on this. This is absolutely dope. That's a big one. Let's see. Last here for as far as like incoming, another Mark Lanigan. I should have showed it earlier in the video when I was talking about Mark, but the Winding Sheet, which John Digital Gramophone told me. I guess this was somebody said this is the greatest record of all time. Maybe Dave Grohl said it's the greatest record ever of all time. I don't know. It's really goddamn good. On Sub Pop, originally put out in 1990, and this is a reissue. I was able to get out of Seattle cheap before the prices went nuts. Got it just in time. Very difficult to find now already, which is just stupid. And it's not, and it was sealed, so it's just a tad warped, which is concerning. But I was able to get it to play. I think there's some edge warp. I might have to get it straightened out, but can't win all of them with that kind of thing. With old sealed records. I think it's from 2016 maybe that was released, so it's 6 years, been in that tight shrink for 6 years. Records are meant to breathe and be played, people. Lastly, wanted to Tip Top today because John has become a pusher man to no end. I don't know where he got it from, but we're gonna do, instead of what's in my red bag like from Lunchbox, we're gonna do what's in my green bag from Tip Top. So let's see what we got in here. Yeah, a couple records and a couple 7 inches. No, just a couple things. All right, so the main record I went there to pick up was the Melvins' The End. This has Night Goat on it, and I think this was one of 500, recorded in 03. But yeah, Buzz, Dale, and Kevin on this one. Night Goat's one of the best Melvins cuts. Hooch is on here. The Bloat. Some great Melvins. I'm gonna go see Melvins with my friends Jason and Mary T in Asheville soon with Ministry. That's gonna be crazy at Orange Peel. What else did we get? Oh, and then I did pick this up. And this is an amazing group, amazing artist. Lephiladeld. I think I said that right. And I haven't spun this yet. Obviously, I just got it in the door. But it says, riding on waves of meditative riffs and the percussive power of the Tendi and Calabash, the resonant voices on this album are echoes of pre-modern life reverberating into the 21st century. And this is on Sahil Sounds, and I think you can get this on Bandcamp from Sahil Sounds. But they're playing a dive bar down the street from my house at Snug Harbor, which is mind-blowing. April 1st. I mean, and she's like the first professional guitarist ever from Niger in Africa, and it's just beautiful music. Similar to Tuareg music. yeah, this is Igas Milan, I think is the name of the album. I've been meaning to pick this one up for a long time, ever since probably Fred, I imagine Fred showed this, or James Buttery, somebody over there in that side of the world. So I finally picked that up, and then I've got just a few 7-inches. I did pick up everything that had boobs and butts on it today. That seems, I don't know what the deal was with that, but that's what we got. So we got Mudhoney single and Sub Pop. I haven't even looked these up yet. I think this is probably an original. Maybe not. I don't know. Well, yeah, 1990 on pink. This has got You're Gone, Thorn, and You Make Me Die on there. Dig some Mark Arment Mudhoney from Seattle back in the day. I did pick this one up for Dave Sequoia Flame in Florida, because he's a huge fan of this band, and I texted him to see if he had this, because he's a big collector of this band. Acid Mother's Temple, and this is Acid Mother's Temple and the Melting Paraiso UFD or something. I don't know if that's what it says, but there's, oh, and by the way, this is the X-rated part of the video, so if you're not into X-rated, then peace out. But yeah, there's a lot of boobs on this one. That's just what's going on with that one. But that one's not staying here. That one's going to Florida, to Dave. And then, last but not least, some more boobs. So this is, I think, a split. I haven't messed with this yet, but it's Mersbow Cock ESP Music for Man with No Name 7-inch. Mersbow, great noise group from Japan. I don't have any of their stuff other than a split with Boris, which I really dig. This might be crazy. Masima Akita on electronics and voice. Recorded in Tokyo in '94. And then the Cock ESP part, looks like they're from Minneapolis. On electronics and vocals is Paul Hammerlink and Emil Hagstrom. So this might be wild. I don't even know. This is on Fusetron label or the Stewart label. No idea. This is crazy. I took a chance on this because it's got, I mean, look at this cover. Fantastic. All right, folks. Hope you're well. The world is fucked right now, and so records are a really good distraction for me. Live music last night was a great distraction for me. Ghost Trees played with Ron Brendel on bass. So he had sax and drums with the bass player, so a trio. Goodyear Arts here in Charlotte, and it was really, really great performance. And I've got a video up of that here that precedes this one, so I recommend checking it out. Seth Nunn on Brent Bagwell, Seth on drums, Brent on saxophone. And yeah, good stuff. Great band afterwards too. Their name escapes me. It's a really long name, but the bass player in that band played with Ornette Coleman. I think he's based out of Philadelphia. A couple of the guys in the band, I think, are from Charlotte. I think the drummer is from Charlotte. There was a quartet. Also fantastic. They played. Goodyear Arts is in one of the back portions of this massive building. There's actually a bunch of buildings out there. It's Camp North End. I worked at a bunch of construction work over there and asphalt work. Still doing some more, but used to be the Ford Model T factory many years ago for the South, when Ford wanted to get vehicles here in the, and then once that ended, the U.S. Army took it over to make missiles for World War II. And I think it's ironic that I was there looking at all this artwork on the wall and hearing a great performance from two jazz groups instead of missiles being made for war. And now I'm thinking, well, they might have to go back to making missiles for war in here. yeah, kind of ironic, but anyway, yeah, my thoughts are with the people of Ukraine. What's happening there is an atrocity of mankind. It's something that shouldn't be tolerated by anyone, including people of Russia. That's my opinion. I hope you're well. Peace.